embody the scenery. So I'll go to the Bronx. I really don't like going to the Bronx, but I'll be there, and then it's like 20 minutes later, I'm out here sitting on my car, like, yeah, it's not that bad out here. It ain't
What?
bad.
I think what bothers me about like the Bronx, like it's condensed like every borough, but it's hills. So it's
Yeah,
mad hills, and then y'all have like I feel like y'all have so many above ground trains that
Yeah.
it's insane to me. Like, and then you're just under a fucking pillar for like the whole time and then going up hills. It's like 80,000 people. I'm just like, bro, what we doing?
Yeah, nah, that's definitely the case. And then the other thing you got to worry about is like not even double parking, it's quadruple parking.
Yeah.
Cars everywhere, bro, people everywhere. Like this past weekend, I'm standing with my dad. I was hanging out with my dad, and he met somebody that he knew, so we stopped and like talked to them, bro. It's like you can't even just stand and talk to somebody while you're talking. You got to like keep your head on a swivel.
Mhm.
Make sure you're looking around. It's like that one rapper that did the On the Block where he was rapping, but he was looking around over his shoulder at every line.
hey, Brad.
Yeah.
It's not a real hangout borough. You can't really hang out in the Bronx like you can in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Word. Or Queens. I love hanging out in Queens. Queens is the best place to hang out at because
Where you be in Queens?
bro, shouts to my Trini and Guyanese people. I'll be right there on Liberty Ave because Liberty Ave is the only place that has not, and it's starting to get a little crazy, but
Mhm.
it's the only place where the drinks is still cheap. You
Mhm.
feel me? The vibes are still immaculate. It hasn't been like uh it hasn't been washed away by TikTok and all. You know how people on TikTok be like, yo, I found a little spot over here in Brooklyn, and it's like it's got like a neon sign and a flower wall. Nah,
Yeah.
it still got the vibes. You feel me? But I really be all over Queens. I done did it all from Springfield Gardens to fucking Hollis to St. Albans to QV.
Mhm.
Feel me? Up top in fucking not Forest Hills. We've been to Forest Hills too. Fresh Meadows. You feel me? Come on, bro.
I do not like Queens enough to go to all those places. All I know is what's that strip that we
Jamaica.
be going to?
Who?
There's like a whole strip with all the bars and stuff like that.
Oh, Steinway. We didn't.
Yeah,
That's
all I
based.
know
That's
is
'cause that's
Steinway.
mad close to y'all, so that makes sense why you would like
Yeah.
that shit. But I'm saying like that's where a lot of people go anyway in Queens. Like Queens is mad big and it's a lot of shit to do, but at the same time, it's so diverse as a borough that I can understand like if you're from Brooklyn or you're from like the Bronx or Manhattan, why you wouldn't understand it. And also, you gotta understand Queens is mad suburban for the most part. Like once you leave like whatever area, like Flushing and shit like that, and you start coming more towards like Long Island, it gets super suburban. So like
Mm.
that's why people don't like it, especially because of like transportation, right? When you think about Brooklyn, you think about Manhattan, you could take any shit to any stop and it's lit. You feel me? In Queens, it's not like that. It's kind of like you gotta have a car or you got no motion. Like you know what I mean?
Nah, that's me with Brooklyn, bro. Absolutely hate going to Brooklyn. It's my least favorite borough of all time.
Brooklyn is the worst borough to drive in. Like it's
Yeah.
not even close because Brooklyn have narrow ass streets, and not only do they have narrow ass streets, they got a bus lane in the narrow ass street,
Yeah.
and it's the most bizarre shit ever, bro. Like I get it, but at the same time, like how the fuck am I supposed to drive around and move? The parking worst borough to park in. Like
Yeah,
it's not even fucking close. Like I used to date a
easily.
shorty. I used to live out there. It was the worst shit ever, bro. Like how I can't find parking at 2 and 8 a.m. Like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, nah, it's
Nah.
Queens. Not Queens. Brooklyn is wicked, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
And to
Brooklyn.
get to Brooklyn, you gotta, bro. For me, I gotta drive through Westchester, through Yonkers, through the Bronx,
Oh yeah, you got a true.
through through Queens, or through the Harlem, basically, from Harlem to Queens to then get to Brooklyn. I gotta hit every borough before even hitting Brooklyn.
Shit
Not
is
a
wicked
fan.
out here, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's why the one Brooklyn shorty that I ever talked to, I was like, yo, I'm not even sure if this is gonna work for real. Cause I already know what type of time you don't got no car, and I'm supposed to be coming out here, and it's taking me an hour to find parking. Nah.
My God.
So
So, so where are you actually from?
I'm from Freeport,
Oh, okay.
towns.
Damn, yeah. That's a drive, brother.
Yeah.
But now My shorty living not White Plains. She live in Westchester, but it's like an hour away. So I'm doing a drive and a half now, but it's all good. You feel me? Yo, I
Wait,
It's
see
all
my
you say
good.
your shorty where live where?
she live in Croton. So
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Croton on Hudson is like maybe like 15 minutes away from me, like more north, but it's on the Hudson River.
Hell yeah.
God bless Trooper.
Yeah, we speaking a different language to J. We speaking to J Bobby right now, man. But yo, that's neither here nor there. The guys is back. You feel me? Another episode of Worst Take. Special guest with us, my boy J. Bobby, back in the building. For we got to get our shit off. There's a lot going on. I think the last time we spoke was Super Bowl. That was the last time we ran this, right?
Yeah, probably is because I was popping my shit. I said exactly what the fuck was going to happen. I'm fucking leasing a game, bro. Listen, I said that the 49ers, they were going to make a late push and they're going to keep it close. And then Match Mahomes is going to rip their fucking heart up like last time. But that's neither here nor there because it's basketball season. But yeah,
Man, my brother, he called it. He called it right for the Super Bowl, man. Not
Did we
gonna lie.
even talk basketball when you were here? I feel like basketball season hasn't even started yet. It starts right now.
yeah. The regular season, that's some fuck shit, man. That's like propaganda. I don't know what Adam Silver and NBA is about, but it's not about product. You know what I'm saying? It's about bullshit. That's what it is, bro.
Bro, I totally forgot until right now because I'm trying to think like what happened this season. The in-season tournament happened, and that feels like that happened 8 years ago.
Bro, Ja came back
For a week.
and then he was out of here. Fucking your man, what's the fuck his name in Indiana that had that fucking run for a
Oh,
second?
Tyrese.
Tyrese had a fucking run,
Halliburton.
and then, yeah, he fucking disappeared after that. Like,
And then he
and then
blamed it on sports gambling. He was like, I'm just a prop to these guys.
like, yo, go with me some money, fuck nigga. And then fucking Doc Rivers, that shit happened, and then the Bucks have been fucking horrendous, you know. So like, I just kind of feel like the NBA season is like it's cool, but it's not really a watchable product, like especially coming
all.
off the NFL, like especially what happened that last season. Like the NFL is always going to be fucking king, like you know what I mean. Like the NBA is great in the playoffs. Don't get it twisted, you feel me? But at the same time, you kind of know the outcome in the regular season. Like I ain't gonna say I'm gonna say this take. The NBA will not be fucking good until LeBron, Curry, and KD retire, bro. They have to retire. And the reason why I say that is because, like, one, they're going to cruise through the regular season because they already know what it is. So by the time they get to playoffs, they're going to start turning up then. So the regular season to them doesn't even mean anything. These niggas are doing fucking low management, and rightfully so. LeBron's old as shit. But, like, the season is only about, like, oh, is LeBron going to win a championship or not? Oh, Curry is still here. And then KD. And then, like, even like niggas like James Harden. Like, niggas are still talking about James Harden. And the problem is that niggas like Anthony Edwards and then, like, the new fucking newcomers and Ja, they have to build their story into becoming something. Now you got Wemby, and, like, that storyline has to develop. Right,
Yeah.
but the fact that we're still on LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry, like what are we doing? And like that's not. I get it. Like I love them, but at the end of the day, the NBA is not going to grow unless the motherfuckers retire.
Yeah,
That's literally
especially with it feels like even with Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves becoming a contender, a top team, even the Oklahoma City Thunder becoming a top team. You got all these young teams becoming top teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Nuggets kind of young, but not really. Like they're that middle ground of young and old players all together.
Right.
It's like then you have LeBron creeping up every time. And then on the other side, you got Steph Curry and the Warriors creeping up every time. So yeah, it's gonna take these teams blowing up for
Who's the
the new
second
crop
seed
to
in
come
the
in.
West?
The Nuggets.
I think the Lakers might lose this fucking game, bro, on purpose.
I was literally talking about that with my stepdad earlier. I'm looking at the
I was about to say, what's the score? Because the games are going on right now. The playing game.
Because I know for a fact they want to play OKC because they can fucking punch them. Like you feel me? So like,
and it's not even OKC. You play OKC, then you got to deal with the Clippers or the Mavericks after that.
Oh yes, so
Come on.
definitely want that. I mean, if the Mavericks, especially if the Mavericks make it out of that fucking round, they definitely want to play the Mavericks. Like it's not even fucking close. Like
Let
you
me
know what I
pull
mean?
up the playing tournament joint. Boom.
Yeah, look at this. This is the seeding right here with all of the potential outcomes and like how this could come about. So we're recording this as of the Lakers and Pelicans game happening. By the
Yep.
time this episode comes out, it'll probably be the day of the Eastern Conference games.
Hmm.
But I mean the Lakers, if I'm LeBron, bro, you don't want to play the Nuggets, have to beat the Nuggets, and then play the winner of the Timberwolves and Suns. That's the hardest way to the fucking finals.
Yeah,
Now,
my only theory is like if the Lakers just want to get that shit out of the way because they're gonna have to see them eventually. Like it ain't like you're gonna have to see them unless you just want them beat the fuck up at this point. So like if we're talking about that, we're literally watching them throw this fucking game, which is like insane. This is why this playing shit is so fucking stupid. Like
Yeah,
you feel me?
the
Like
score of the game actually
like
to see if they're throwing it.
like why the fuck?
nah, this looks like a 1 point game right now. It's pretty close. I think it's like 35-36.
Bro, there's no reason. Yeah, they gotta make it look good. You know what I mean? They gotta make it look good, which we know what's about to fucking happen.
They learned from what's Michael Porter Jr.'s brother's name?
Oh, Jonte.
Yeah, they learned from him. They were like, all right, watch how it's really done.
Yeah. Bro, they just beat the Pelicans by like 30, like a day ago. Like, you know what I mean? So like we see what's going on here. But you know, somebody's gonna get ejected of some funny shit.
I'm trying to think.
This.
You know who else has the hardest road to the finals that they put upon themselves?
Oh,
the New York Knicks. What? Look, bro, look at who they have to play. First, because they opted to win that overtime game against the Bulls, they have to play the winner of the Heat and 76ers. Preferably if the Heat beat the Sixers, which I don't know is going to be possible. It's gonna be a tough game. The Knicks are always having trouble with the Heat, and then the Heat come playoffs, they're not the same Heat. Everybody knows, playoff Heat take over. It's gonna be a battle. Then you got to play the winner of Pacers and Milwaukee. Like, what are we doing? This is terrible.
Yeah, this is insane, bro. Like, I don't like this at all. Like, first of all, why the fuck do I even need to watch the Bulls and the Hawks? Like,
yeah, that's garbage.
And like the Kings, and don't get me wrong, the Kings and Golden State is a good matchup. Fortunately, like we understand what that is, but like they shouldn't even have a fucking like Golden State Warriors are the 10th seed, bro. Like, why the fuck am I watching that? Like, and the West is different because everybody like because it's close, but like at the same time, it's like, bro, I don't like this shit at all, bro. Because like if the Lakers throw this game, which they probably will. It's gonna be some funny shit because what they're gonna fucking end up playing the Warriors fucking again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see that shit. Like,
but I feel like I've also seen the Kings versus Warriors a million times this season. Every year, I feel like I see these two teams go at it so many times.
Let me tell you something, bro. First off, I'm cool on Kings Warriors because, like you said, I kind of feel the same way you do. It's like, bro, I've seen this shit mad time. Same episode is cool. As far as the Knicks goes, let me tell you something, brother. As a new, I'm not even a new Knicks fan. I've just come out the closet as a Knicks fan. Like, I've been a closeted Knicks fan for about 6 years now.
Okay,
and now I'm like, y'all. Yeah, I was like, yo, it's me, y'all. I'm here. I'm repping. But I think that the Knicks, I honestly think they can make the Eastern Conference Finals, to be honest. If they face Philly, it's a hobbled Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joel Embiid, yeah, he's back, but I don't think that nigga's all the way back. You feel me? It's not Joel from last year. You know what I'm saying? Nigga's a little bit beat up. And we know when it comes to playoffs, like, it's Joel. It's the Sixers. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't really fear the Sixers like that. Miami.
There's too much motivation, though, with the Sixers.
But I will say this: the Sixers, I think they was on like a 7-game win streak or something like that. So they have momentum. You know what I'm saying? Momentum is a real thing,
bro. But people don't understand. Like Embiid hasn't had much playoff success, but like Embiid is a generational player, and I don't think people understand that. And because he's a center and he's not like super fast, but like that motherfucker, like if he's like healthy, one, he's scary, and two, he's a cheating motherfucker. So like if he can get in that zone in that bag, I don't know what that looks like against the Knicks in the playoffs, but like that's somebody you really don't want to play. But you really, like you said, like you don't want to play any of these motherfucking teams. The only difference now is like the Knicks got OG. And that makes the fucking whole fucking difference. So, I mean, I don't like the Knicks are kind of in a fucked up position because at the end of the day, like you're supposed to be the first seed and the second seed, and you're supposed to have like an easy first round. But now you're getting fucking thrown into the fucking gauntlet. Like, look at this shit. Like the Cleveland Cavaliers get to play the Magic, and then the Bucks get to play the Pacers. Like, huh?
And then the Celtics get to play the winner of the Bulls and Hawks. And then after that, they get to play the winner of the Cavs and the Magic.
But to be honest, the East is a cakewalk regardless. The East is
not for the Knicks.
Mm.
For the top half, cakewalk.
The first three, bro, Celtics, cakewalk. Cleveland, Orlando. I think Orlando's coming out of this because I do not believe in the Cleve, bro. Cleveland, y'all niggas that's fool's gold right there. That's I'm not jacking it. The Bucks, Giannis, I feel like this nigga, did he rupture his Achilles or some shit?
Nah, he it was it was like it was like a strain. It was like a calf strain or something like that.
He'll be all right, bro. I had a calf strain, so I had to carry sheetrock up like 3 flights of stairs. You'll be okay, bro.
But then they have to play the Pacers. But he's not playing.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, they say he might not play for the first.
Like you see how sus they look, and then like Dame, can he carry them to the promised land? Maybe.
Well, it's against the Pacers, bro. The Pacers do not play defense. Their defense is 3-pointers on offense.
Yeah, but it makes a difference when Giannis is not there. Like, what is that team without Giannis? Like, I don't know what that team is. Like, how? Like, it's like the whole Embiid Sixers shit. Like, as soon as Embiid left, they were fucking terrible.
Yeah, they was.
The only difference is that you have Damian Lillard. Like, but Damian has been fucking confusing as fuck since he's been on the Bucks. So that rhyme. But at the end of the day, I kind of feel like I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna get out of that series.
I don't know.
Figuring it out, man.
Nah, I think the Bucks are a better team than we anticipate, and they beat. Maybe the Pacers win a game or two, but I don't think they beat. What is these 5-game series in the first round?
No, it's 4.
It's all 7.
Oh, it's a 4-game series.
Well, 7-game series, 4 wins.
Oh yeah, 4. Oh yeah. All right. If these are 7-game series, then come on. The Bucks can get 4 wins.
I feel the same way you feel, but about the Pacers, it's like they may not have been the best in the second half of the season, but you can't play with these boys, man.
Yeah,
like these a real team.
But that's the thing, bro. I've seen Miles Turner don't be doing shit. Like when I see Miles Turner, I see food. I see food on all when he's on offense.
Barbecue chicken.
Exactly. Like nobody on the Pacers scares me. Not even Halliburton. Halliburton at one point was dominant, and then we were like, "Oh, this is the next guy."
Yeah, then he turned to Carlton Banks.
Exactly, bro. Once he started lip syncing Drake in the club during All-Star Weekend, all his good abilities left for whatever reason. He got too light skin. I don't know.
Nah, once I started seeing bro dressed like what's my son? God damn it. Yeah. What's my boy that was in Ant-Man?
Paul Rudd?
No,
he's talking about Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, this nigga dressed like Jonathan Majors, dressed like a paper boy, a milkman. Why you dressed like you in the 1940s, boy?
Yo, that is the worst dressed nigga ever, bro.
Yeah.
Like that nigga can't beat the biracial allegations, man. You know what I mean? Like he can't, bro. Like
bro,
that nigga
definition, a bad lineup.
Got a white woman, you know what I'm saying? So
he's the SGA of Indiana. That's what thinking you're flying Indiana gets you.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin, wherever he's from. He's 100% a white man, but it's all good, man. It's okay. But yeah, like I said, I think the way you feel about Milwaukee, Manny, is how I feel about the Pacers. Where it's like, yeah, they may not play defense and they may be a little shaky right now, but when it's on and it's clicking for them, they're dropping 150 points on you, and there's
I
nothing you
want
can do about it.
I wonder how does the NBA feel that everybody is in agreement that nobody's gonna watch the Cavaliers versus the Magic in any of these games.
You know who's gonna watch that shit? The fucking NBA nerds that can't shut up. Like the ones that just love JJ Redick's podcast so much because it's Paris and X and O. Listen, I like that shit too, but it's just like, oh, I don't like Stephen A. Smith because that's the point of the fucking show, motherfucker. It's the entertainment factors. Like, I can't trust niggas that can't talk about basketball in a lunch table type of way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we get it. We can talk to XOs on some serious shit, but like, if I can't say like, yo, nigga, Damian Lillard or fucking Russ are fucking washed, and you get mad about that shit, like, what we doing here, bro? Like,
but look at how they facilitated. You're not really like nah.
You're ruining the game.
Yeah, not 90% of basketball is things that you can't really prove statistically. Like, oh, and like, bro, what's his name from fucking Minnesota? Oh my god, I can't believe Anthony Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards, most of his skill are things that I cannot describe with like X's and O's or numbers. Like he's a savage. He got that dog in him.
Bro, I tell people all the time, I'm part of that boy nice Twitter. Like, I always say that, bro. And I was saying that shit I was talking to Kofi about that shit on the show one time, and we was talking about Kyrie Irving, and he was saying, like, what has Kyrie done since, the 2016 Cavs? And look at Kyrie now. That nigga hooping. Like, you feel me? He just needed to be in a red state. That's all he needed. Like, once he was in a red state and he was allowed to have those ideas, nobody gives a fuck anymore, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's hooping. Yeah. They got him vegan meals. They even cool with him with doing the Ramadan shit. Like, they don't fucking care as long as you can fucking hoop. You know what I mean?
Well,
and
I was crying when the Mavericks came, or when it came out that the Mavericks hired a personal chef just to give them like Ramadan friendly meals and shit like that.
That's fire, bro. That's how you take care of your stars, bro. The Brooklyn Nets get this nigga. They threw a banana at the nigga.
Banana. They were like, "Yo, eat 2 bananas in the fucking closet over here, and come back out when you're done."
And drop 35.
And thinking about that shit now with like how like Eric Adams did that shit, like, oh, well, you can't play unless you're vaccinated, blah blah blah, but you can be in the building. Like, none of that shit made any sense. Like, that shit is pure propaganda. That's why people hate government shit. I'm not trying to turn into Aaron Rodgers right now, but what I'm saying is, it's like, yo, we saw, like, the nigga was behind the bench and they was like, he couldn't play, and I'm just like, all right, bro, like. And like, I get it, like that shit rolled into like the chemistry of him not being able to play with Harden being frustrated. I understand that, but then like everything was a fucking spectacle because everybody's bitching about like little shit. Like the motherfucker when he did the documentary shit, he shouldn't have done that, but he did it, and then like people blew it out of fucking proportion because he didn't fucking bow down on his knees and apologize. And I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, I just want to see the motherfucker hoop. And we couldn't even get that. We had KD and Kyrie in New York, and we said, let's badger them about bullshit. Like, what the fuck are we doing? But that's
the one good year we had with them. They got bounced out the playoffs because KD's feet are too big.
And James Harden was fat.
Yeah.
Yo, pro move, by the way. I still respect James Harden for doing that shit. Nigga was like, "Word, y'all not gonna let me get out of Houston? Let me get morbidly obese, and then get traded."
He looked like me at the end of the season. Me with the same jersey on.
That nigga James Harden was like, "Yo, pass me the ball." You should breathe like the Ultimate Warrior.
And then, bro, the thing I hate, bro, which they were 100% wrong about, is that they were like, "Yeah, James Harden, once he goes to where he wants, it's only going to take him like 2 weeks to really lose all that weight and get in game shape." Bro, he was like shit for that whole season, bro.
Yeah, he was garbage that season, but it was good enough. You know what I mean? And I think like because he had pulled his hamstring, right? So in that series, he was still playing, but like nigga was a cone at that point. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't himself. And then fucking Kyrie, when he got hurt, it was over. You know what I'm saying? Like if Kyrie's there, they win that series fucking easily. You know, like and that shit was so fucked up to watch because they probably would have won the championship that year because the Bucks won it. Like they would have fucking beat the shit out of the Suns. Like, you kidding me?
Easily. Well, we telling a whole different story right now. If KD's foot was behind the line, if Kyrie doesn't get injured, whole different story.
I have a theory about that shit, bro. Did I ever tell you my base god theory? Where I feel like this nigga Lil B put the curse on KD because of what he
Still?
said. Yeah, and then KD comes to Golden State. Lil B lifts it because he's like, all right, well, this is my home. You feel me? All right, whatever. KD wins 2 rings, and as soon as KD leaves, he puts the he puts the curse back
Put it
on
right
KD.
back.
And everything KD does, it's like everywhere he goes, it's confusion, it's chaos.
Yeah.
He can't win. Nigga went to Brooklyn, had Harden and Kyrie, can't win. Goes to Phoenix. Niggas, look at this year. These niggas, what seed are they? These niggas are the 6th seed. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal. And they like everything they was doing. It did not click. Nothing seemed like they didn't gel. Seemed odd. I'm telling you, do the science.
Kevin Durant has the weirdest NBA career of all time. Like, I like it's not even fucking close because this was a guy that was like supremely talented, right? Maybe the top 10, top 5, depending on who you ask, and player ever, right?
Mm.
His competition was at a certain point was always Braun in terms of like skill level, right? So a lot of people would make the argument he's better, he's the best person in the fucking league, but he couldn't win a championship in OKC. But all right, cool, whatever the case may be. But then he goes to Golden State, and I always say, like, I tell people all the time, that is not the same thing as LeBron fucking James. Like, it would never be the same thing because at the end of the day, if LeBron would have left anywhere and went somewhere, that team would have been a super team because he would have played with another superstar. Like, I get it, D Wade is D Wade, but at the same time, like, where the fuck did you really want him to go? Motherfuckers talking about the Knicks. Why the fuck would he go to the Knicks if he's trying to win a championship?
Did y'all see that, by the way?
What?
The Knicks video package to try to get LeBron to join the league today by Pablo Torre.
Mm. Oh, I didn't see
it.
No, I gotta see that shit.
We'll just pull it up because it's greatness. But continue your point with Kevin Durant not going to
try and find it. It's on Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try and find it. Go ahead, J Bobby.
But my thing is with the Kevin Durant shit, and it's not like a slight to Kevin Durant, but my thing is with Kevin Durant, he just lost to a team he was up 3-1 against, and he was the only motherfucker that could beat that team. And then he went and joined them. They were going to compete for championships without that motherfucker anyway. That's why they went and won another fucking championship. So with him, it was just like overkill at that point. Nobody's beating that team. You have an Olympic fucking team. You have one of a generational fucking Avengers team. There's no way you're beating that team. So it's like you can't really respect that from a legacy standpoint because when you look at the team and what happened, that's fucking crazy. And motherfuckers be acting like, oh, well, I get it. He wanted to win a championship, but like at the same time, you knew who the guy was over there. You knew who the motor was. It was fucking Steph Curry. Whatever. He leaves that situation. He wants to go to Brooklyn and prove he can win a championship. He gets Kyrie and fucking James Harden and the drama of foes because Kyrie is fucking like Kyrie's still Kyrie at the end of the day in terms of like his bullshit. Kyrie, and then you have fucking James Harden, who's another like I fuck with James Harden, but a drama king, queen, or whatever the fuck it is. And then you put them all together, and that just show like these fuck niggas can't fucking get it together. They all got their own bullshit going on. Like, you feel me? Then fucking KD goes to the Phoenix, and then obviously they get bounced because they don't have no fucking bench. But like, he still has not won a championship without Steph Curry. And I know he doesn't like to hear that shit because he be crying on his burner account and like popping on people. But it's just like, yo, bro, it's the truth. And motherfuckers don't want to hear the truth. My last point is when fucking what's his boy's name that he does the show with? Banksy.
Oh, his name starts with an E.
Eddie.
Yeah.
He came on the show, and shout out Eddie. But I was telling him, I'm like, yo, why is it so bad to call out a player for their bullshit or talk about their legacy when that's the point of the game. Like, these motherfuckers are supremely talented players. They're Hall of Famers. We know they're great. The only thing now is to compare to them is their legacy and their resume. And that's what we're doing. This is why we only talk about the sport, because it's like, all right, who's going to win a championship? Who's going to be the best player ever? Where do you rank these players? And the moment we can't do that, why the fuck are we even talking about this shit?
It's literally not even worth watching or talking about if you can't do that. Like, that's what adds to that's what makes you watch. Because why the fuck am I gonna watch Sacramento and Golden State play each other on a Wednesday night at 12 o'clock, in fucking January? If I got nothing at the end of the day, why am I watching? If I can't, have all these discourses and shit like that.
Well, we shouldn't talk about them because they're just great players, and they're real professionals and they do the X's and O's. Like, what the fuck what are we talking about, bro? Like,
especially in a game where like the players don't even take it serious. You got all these bro. The NBA had to make a rule where players, if you miss this many games, you can't even be an MVP because it's getting out of hand. Like, why are you trying to sit out 25 games a year for resting?
And the point I'll make with Bron, right? Bron, I felt like he got a lot of unnecessary criticism at that time, but one that made the story better. So when we look back out and see him all the hate and the villain and how he had to get to that point, and he had to come like at the adversity that he was getting, that motherfucker never really said anything. He did the commercial saying I'm a villain, and then went out, lost. He did the post-game speech that everybody was mad about.
Everybody poor.
Yeah, you poor broke niggas. Fuck you. And I get it, because you're tight at that point and you know what was gonna come with that. But at the end of the day, you go and you win 2 more championships. So like, I think that when we look at the story and how that shit is, I think that's what made him great. You know what I'm saying? And we don't get that. We're just like, oh, LeBron, you win it someday. Like that don't make it as good. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I wonder if like, I don't know anybody like LeBron who's been scrutinized as much. Like, bro, like at least with like a Ronaldo or Messi, before Messi won the World Cup, like Messi was still regarded as one of the best. But then they were like, oh, he still has to do this. But he was still one of the best. With LeBron, the way people talk about him, like how dismissive they are about him, like when they don't like him, is so crazy. It makes absolutely no sense when you're just sitting there and like putting together the career that he had or is still having while we're here. It blows my mind every time. Like, bro, he's 22 years into it and he's getting better. I don't know anybody who's been at their job for 22 years and got better. Yeah, it makes no sense.
That's like when I hear Mace on It Is What It Is talk about LeBron, and it's all hate. It's like, bro, how are you still hating on Bron? Like, why?
Yeah,
I'm like, why are you still hating on Bron, bro? You have no real reason.
I mean,
to LeBron. And his main argument is just like, well, he not Jordan. And it's like, all right.
But that's what a lot of that shit comes from, bro. It's like it's the Skip Bayless theory, right? Like, if Jordan's your favorite player, he's dominated the league for so long, won 6 championships, has been solidified as the greatest player ever. And then some random motherfucker comes from high school that didn't even go to like the premier school or anything like that. He was just great out of nowhere. And you're like, oh, this motherfucker's going to be better than Jordan. The minute he doesn't win 6 championships and that's your favorite player, you're going to immediately slander him because you're always going to feel like Jordan's that guy. So it's really like, I love Jordan, so I'm going to hate LeBron because you say he's better than him. It's like, that's what it is at the end of the day. You feel me? Yeah. But that's part of the game. It is what it is.
And then and my other thing is the niggas bringing up finals losses. Like, yo, he lost mad times in the finals. I'm like, bro, he spent half of his career in the NBA finals, dog.
Yeah, literally. I think we need to come back and do another episode where we just put together an all-time Hoopers Hall of Fame. Because those are the people that really matter at the end of the day. Like a Memphis Grizzlies Rudy Gay, an OJ Mayo, a Monte Ellis before Steph Curry,
Joe Johnson,
Joe Johnson. Oh, that's what we need to put together.
I'm glad you brought this up because, to finish this, we done with the playoffs.
Wait, one more playoff question after this, but then we'll be done after.
I bet. Go ahead, because I wanted to bring up Blake Griffin because they did announce he's retiring today.
So, it's a double question. What do you guys think is the most fun team that would win the NBA Finals, and who do you think is going to win the finals? Because the most fun team may not be the one that you think is actually going to win it all.
I mean, the most fun team would be technically OKC, especially because they're young, and then like it would start like the SGA era, and then you got Chet, and you got Jalen, and like they're just fun. Like they're having fun. Like they have that young feel when they're like, "Yo, we're young, we're having fun. This shit is lit." So I think that would be like the new era of the shit, and that would start something. Who I want to win, or who I think is going to win, is the Celtics. If the Celtics cannot do it now, it's never going to happen. There is no. You gave Jalen Brown so much fucking money, and then you're gonna have to pay Tatum. You're gonna have to, but it's still like he's there. Like they've been together for so long, and it was just like, all right, we're at this point. You have KP, who was the missing fucking piece to take the pressure off Jason Tatum. Then you get Drew fucking Holiday, a fucking veteran, a lockdown defender, a fucking cerebral fucking player. If they cannot win it now, I don't fucking know, bro.
What is it gonna take?
Like, what is it gonna take? Like, they have to win, and they have to beat the shit out of everybody. Like, they have to.
Yeah. What about you, Eve?
Fun team, the most fun team to win the finals, the championship. I would say it's either OKC or the Knicks. If the Knicks win, obviously, if the Knicks win a championship, it's pandemonium in the city. But
my God,
honestly, I'm looking at this team and the roster, and it's like everybody gonna be lit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't picture. We seen last year the the parade for Denver. Jokic drank a beer, stood up, and was like, "All right, bro, I'm going back to Serbia. You can holler at y'all." A parade in Indiana will be whack. Jeff Teague said the Bucks when they won, he was like, Giannis ain't even want to party. He said it was just Brook Lopez and somebody else like trying to party. He was like, "Yeah, I'm going back to the crib." Orlando, they not going nowhere. Cleveland, dub. So honestly, I think the most lit would probably be New York. To be honest,
I kind of agree with you, honestly.
And who do you think is gonna win?
Who do I think will win?
There's a margarita in this cup, by the way. It's not. I'm not drinking water.
Thank you for that information, brother, man.
Nice little.
It's honestly it's the Celtics championship to lose, man. It's they've come this far. They've been smoking teams the entire year. You know what I'm saying? Like this year is the most I've ever seen blowouts was this year, bro. So and majority of it was from the Celtics. So it's honestly I feel like it's the Celtics championship to lose. Honestly.
All right. So while y'all were talking, I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, OKC would be fired up. Imagine that first SGA IG caption after he wins a chip. How crazy that shit would be.
Imagine his fits on the parade.
Yo, he would go 10, bro. He would have a fit change after every block.
That's a fact.
Going crazy. And I'm like, oh, that'd be fun.
Playboy party. Out there popping bottles.
And then you said the Knicks, and I'm like, yo, I'm wearing a Knicks jersey right now. Oh my God. The city in the summer with a Knicks chip. Oh my God.
Playing Cash Cobain.
Ooh. Oh my. He's probably gonna be at the parade. And then I started thinking. I started looking around. I'm like, who else is in the playoffs? Who is that? Oh, Dallas? That'd be cool. Nah. The Los Angeles Lakers, if they win a chip. My God.
I really didn't even peep the Lakers. Yeah, now if the Lakers win.
You know how much fun that would be for just conversations moving forward? My God. Especially if they win tonight, beat the Nuggets, beat the Suns, and then beat For narratives alone, the most fun chip ever.
Real hip hop.
Oh my God. And I'm sitting there, bro. I was ready to say the Knicks. New York. No, it's the Lakers.
No, I ain't gonna front, bro. Like, I'm gonna have to agree. It's gonna be the Knicks. Like, if they win, because the Lakers here, because of narrative and it's LA and the whole like thing, and LeBron, of course, AD. But you got to really think about it, bro. The first day the Knicks will win a championship, they were probably the crime rate will go up 80%. And I'm not even talking about from violence, just niggas being fucking
Wilding
looters.
out.
Yeah, just breaking shit. Like
Yeah.
the city would be destroyed that day. Like this, and it would be in every fucking borough. It would be on fire, like literally. Then you have to wait and get to the fucking parade, nigga. It's not like a parade in like Kansas City or a parade in Milwaukee. It's in fucking
Yeah.
bro.
Yep.
You know, they're saying that Manhattan is sinking an inch every year. That shit is gonna sink to fucking 10 inches. It's gonna be underwater. The
gonna be a
amount of
beach.
people that are gonna be fucking going into the city, because you gotta understand, New York has the 5 boroughs. New York has upstate. New York has Long Island. And also, you know who's also fans of New York? New Jersey people. Nigga, the fucking Penn Station. Oh my, it's gonna be insane, bro. It's gonna be on fire. Like they're gonna have to not have the parade, but they're gonna have the parade, bro. It's gonna have they're gonna have to bring
They're gonna have to do
bring
a
the
parade in
FBI.
every borough. Like, yo,
Yeah.
and even Westchester gets a parade. Yo, everybody, we're gonna have our own separate boroughs. Don't worry about it. Our own separate parades, except for Staten Island. Fuck them. And then the
I'm
team
not-
I think is gonna win. I honestly think the Nuggets are gonna go back to back. I'm not even gonna hold you. I like them as a team. I do think they have the facilities to beat every team on this list any day. They're outsizing every team. They play defense as a collective better than most teams. And like, bro, Jokic playing ball is the most effortless thing I've ever seen. And then everybody can facilitate on that team between Jokic, Jamal Murray, Reggie, what's his name? Reggie Jackson when he needs to.
I'm being honest.
And come on, it's a
I'm
solid
being
team.
honest with you. I think the Celtics beat the fuck out of them. And
think
the
so?
reason, bro, because here's the thing with Jason Tatum, like he's always had like his kind of struggles in the playoffs, like that's documented. But the KP takes so much pressure off that motherfucker. Like it's not even funny because it was like Jaylen Brown, but now you have KP and you have the experience to know what it is. So like if KP stays healthy and he has like a solid playoffs, there's nobody beating that team. Like I don't like the thing about like with Jokic, right? When he plays like the Lakers, AD has trouble with fucking European players, like you know what I mean. But like,
white Europeans are his biggest weakness.
And then he has Braun, but that roster is not necessarily good enough. They can beat the Nuggets, but that roster isn't necessarily better. When you look at the Celtics, they have 2 top 10 players. I would say so. And then when you look at they have the best defensive point guard. So you can put him on fucking Jamal Murray and clamp him the fuck up. And then when you look at like their bench, like they have shooters too. Like that's one of the problems when you got to play like the Denver Nuggets is that they have shooters. You have KCP, you have MPJ, you have Jamal Murray, you have all these things. You have people like Derrick White's not hurt, right?
I don't think so.
Well, we got Derrick White, you got Peyton Pritchard, you have that Sam Hauser motherfucker, and you feel me? And like Jason Tatum can actually shoot threes, you know what I mean? So like once you factor all that in, I think they beat them, bro.
Yeah, they do have a good bench, bro. Even their third string is solid. O'Shea Brissett and all them niggas, they still come out and hoop. So yeah, like I said, bro, I really think it's the Celtics championship to lose. And if they don't do it this year, it's time to start asking questions. It's time to start pointing fingers because do
you blow up the team after this though? Like if you lose?
Nah, I mean like because you just locked fucking Drew Holiday in, and then like what is the alternative at this point?
To be honest, I think it's just Joe Mazzulla on the hot seat for the entire year. I feel like this entire year he's been on the hot seat, and no matter what he does, it's not going to be good enough unless he wins a chip.
You know who's out there? Bud is out there.
Yeah,
I think Bud. If they don't win, Bud might be the missing piece, bro. You need a championship pedigree coach.
Yeah,
something's missing. And
yo, also real quick, Brooklyn. I seen Brooklyn. They deciding to hire. I think it was like the Kings assistant coach or something like that. And Bud was right there. And I'm like, yo, how do y'all pass up on Coach Bud for this guy. Like, it's like,
I
yo,
think it's because Brooklyn is the most unserious franchise. I've never seen a team just filled with role players. Just every player is not a starter, but they're starters.
yeah, we're gonna build around Mikal Bridges. Oh yeah, okay,
You know, Cam Johnson is the best sixth man that starts in the NBA.
bro. Mikal Bridges wants to be on the Knicks so bad. Like he sees them niggas hooping, he's like, damn, bro.
Wow,
It's
look at how much
literally
fun my old college mates are having.
Facts.
Oh well. But yeah, man. Like I said, Celtics, it's y'all's to lose, bro. For real.
We shall see. Let's talk a little WNBA. Even though, listen, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. If you had to ask me, Manny, name 2 players on any WNBA team right now, or I shoot you in the head, I'd be like, yo, it was a good ride while it lasted.
I feel like you can.
Yeah.
Let's
See,
do the easy one. Las Vegas Aces.
come on. Asia Wilson.
Kelsey
You
Plum.
gave me the fucking answer.
No, but I know Kelsey Plum is one.
Yeah.
And besides Asia Wilson, fuck.
You trying to give like a role play answer. You trying to get in your bag, give a deep cut.
Yeah, I'm like,
Say-
is like Maya Moore on there or something like that? Is there like
She retired big game?
Maya Moore retired? Wow.
Yeah.
Good luck.
She freed her man from prison and bounced.
Yeah, bro. She became a civil rights leader for
Wow,
the dick.
good for her.
Literally became a civil rights leader just for her nigga. And I was like,
Wow.
all right, y'all, I'll holler at y'all.
They got
She's
married, got a baby, making books. That shit is crazy to me.
She's
She got a
basically CJ Stroud, but for WNBA.
God bless.
Yo, he said free my dad. I looked up what his dad did. I was like,
Well, his
What
pops do.
does the pops do again?
hey, I think it's like sexual assault or something crazy.
Nah,
like
I don't think it's that crazy. I've seen that shit. I don't think it's that crazy.
Hold on, let me look. I'm gonna look. I don't want to put that on CJ Stroud's
Yeah,
dad. Hold
that's
on.
crazy. Clear that up, please. I think it's like armed robbery or some shit.
He said, oh, yeah, it might be sexual assault.
Oh yeah, nah, he went crazy though. He went absolutely crazy. His dad pleaded guilty to charges on carjacking, kidnapping, robbery, evading an officer with reckless driving, and misdemeanor sexual battery.
Damn.
How you get all of that in one charge? What was happening in that car you stole?
You know what? Nah, I was. Nah, I'm not gonna say that.
This one's going on YouTube. Just remember.
Yeah, I was shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna say the fuck up.
Sometimes the joke is not worth it.
It's not. Unless I don't like you, it might.
Yeah.
But I like him, so I'm not gonna say it.
Who's the other quarterback that was like free to guys after every game?
Oh, Michael Penix.
Yep, but I think he might have that dog in him. He might be this year's CJ Stroud.
Bro, when I saw the fact that he can run like a 4.4 still, that just shocked the shit out of me.
Off of 2 torn ACLs.
But the thing is, though, like he doesn't run. So it's not like you got to worry about him running and shit, like because he doesn't run, but he still can, which is like impressive as hell. So it's like
his vertical is crazy.
Yeah, he's like, bro. Every quarterback that I watched, his ball was like so pretty, but it not only was it pretty, it was like a laser, bro. Like he was throwing late, like his effort. Like how they talk about like motherfuckers like Josh Allen and the fucking Mitch Trubisky and shit like that. Like literally, like Michael was his arm is insane, bro. So like I think he's smart enough too. So like if he gets in the system, I don't think he'll have any trouble.
I don't know what system fits him though. Like that's the other thing where it's like, if he gets to Washington still needs receivers. Like they have an okay receiving core, but they're not gonna cut it. And neither does New England, by the way. And they're pushing hard for him apparently.
I realize that quarterbacks that are good elevate the offense and the team, right? So like you may have good receivers on there, but since they have a shit quarterback, they don't look as good. You know what I'm saying? And like it could be the same thing, but like look at the Houston Texans. Like, do we look at fucking what's the main guy there now?
Wide receiver, right?
Yeah. What's that guy's name? Not Stephon, the other dude that's like had a breakout year.
where
Tank
he went
Dell,
crazy last
No,
year.
not Tank Dill. The other
Hank
one.
Dell, I think he got hurt.
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins.
Yeah.
He's like that. But like, if he's with a shitty quarterback, does he have that same breakout year? You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's something to take account.
But that team, bro, I don't know. That's the other thing. I don't know if that team is good because of CJ or if everybody was just good and CJ just fit that whole scheme that they had going on.
I think it's a little bit of both, but like CJ Stroud was throwing for like 300 yards.
Mhm.
Like when you
Yeah, it
throw
made
for
no
300
sense.
yards and shit like that, that's kind of like, oh, you like that. And like, just because like, I think what makes a good quarterback is how smart they are, right? And you can tell like, oh, he has it up there. So like, as long as you have it up there, then you'll be fine. Like that's
and you got to be a competitor. Like CJ, he's the biggest competitor, and even though he took like some tests and everybody was like, oh, he doesn't have a high IQ or whatever, and then you see him on the field and he's like, bro, all he knows is ball. Like that's all that matters, and he thinks he's better than everybody. If you have a quarterback like damn, what's his name from the Jets?
Zach Wilson.
If you have a Zach Wilson does not have that dog in him. And I know I was preaching that he was okay and not terrible, but when you're fine with other people, when you're okay with 4 different quarterbacks taking your spot in one season, you do not have that dog in you.
Listen, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Daniel Jones' Wonderlick is amazing.
Yeah,
but nobody
went to
wants
Duke.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, went to Duke, and then they asked him. I think it was either today or yesterday. They asked him about like, oh, how do you feel about the Giants? You know, they're projected to get a quarterback in the first round, and you're going to compete for your job. And then his answer was like, well, I'm here to compete, and it's like, bro, no. Like, if you had that dog in you, you're telling the team, yo, I'm that quarterback. You're drafting my backup when I get hurt, and that's it. Like, bro, ain't no, I'm gonna compete and show them that I'm better, bro. Ain't none of that. You the quarterback for a reason. But
they tried to replace him with Tommy DeVito, and the city, low key, the Giants was really rallying around Tommy DeVito for like 3 weeks, calling him Tommy Cutlets and all that, doing all of this shit in the crowd. Nigga had one bad game. It was like, he trash.
Yeah, it took one game of tape for all the other NFLs to realize, oh, this guy just throws lollipops. And they cooked him. They got him.
That's how I know Daniel Jones is a hoe. Like, and I don't mean that. Like, I should have said that, but like,
not disparagingly.
But like,
with all due respect, you're a hoe.
Daniel Jones can actually run, and this motherfucker got lit up so many times. He got sacked, and like Tommy DeVito got sacked like 3 times. Like, how the fuck is that possible?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And one thing I noticed about fucking Daniel Jones is like, he got no sauce. Like, he can run fast, but he can't move. Like, he can't shake anybody. Like,
he's not shifty.
Yeah, he's just like straight. And like motherfuckers like that, I don't understand. Like, I genuinely believe when motherfuckers like that get drafted, racism. Like for real. And I like the Zach Wilson shit as a Jets fan bothered me so fucking much because I watched this motherfucker play Coastal Carolina, who they lost to, and was the most average looking quarterback I ever seen. And I was so confused. And maybe he goes somewhere and he's better because, New York's a fucking shit show.
No,
but like, I just like, he's not going to be the person that's going to get the Jets out of the fucking tombs. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't understand. Like, and that's what I said. Like, motherfuckers like that will get drafted and they'll pass up on like certain quarterbacks. Like, my thing is like, if we would have drafted Justin Fields and ran RPOs to fucking death, we would have made the playoffs. Yeah. Like, that's all you needed to do. Like, we'll figure out the mechanics later, but the fact that he can do that and then have that defense, like, bro, we would have won so many fucking games. It would have been not even funny. We would have at least won 12 games, at least. But
bro, you got to think about it too. Like, bro, a lot of these NFL teams don't even know what they're doing. Like, think about Atlanta. Atlanta passed up on Lamar Jackson because they were like, damn, what's that quarterback that they just had? The light-skinned dude with the bad hairline.
Redder.
Yeah. Like they were like, oh yeah, Redder is definitely, bro, we believe in him. And then halfway through the season, they were like, yo, why did we believe in him?
Bro, the crazy shit about that is like everybody knew he was going back to Baltimore, but I'm like, you don't take a shot and try to offer him something crazy to come
Yeah.
to Atlanta, like and force Baltimore hand. Like that's a shot of a fucking lifetime. Like you know what I mean? Like my thing is with Lamar is the Baltimore Ravens are a amazing franchise because they understood, except for the last game of the season, like dickheads. They understood that they had to implement an offense that worked for him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't try to make him do the West Coast offense or some
Mhm.
bullshit like that. They said, let's buy into what the fuck he can do and elevate. And like that's all you gotta the lady could have did the same fucking thing. Hire
Yeah.
the motherfuckers that they fired before and hire them again and put him in a system that works. And they would have been a much better team, especially with him and Bijan. Like, huh?
Oh my god.
Like, how do you draft Bijan and then like I don't know, man.
Him, Bijan, Drake London.
Bro, he loves tight ends. Kyle Pitts would have went
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Like the recipe was there, but
Mhm.
they, whatever, bro.
It blew my mind, like especially like looking backwards, like bro, your team was the perfect team for him. It would have been the
Mhm.
best environment, even though Baltimore, great environment for Lamar, and the way that team bought in, he's a 31st pick or 32nd round. It made no sense that like they bought into him the way that they did, where they were like, you know what, we're gonna sign more tight ends so that we can protect them more and do all these things and stuff like that. And they did, and it showed so much success. And now a team like Atlanta had so many, bro. Like Kyle Pitts was one of the best tight ends in like college football history, and they were like, oh, you know what? How about we keep Ritter, who doesn't lose at home in his entire life, and he should be all right. Like, bro, that's not the right moves. Like they were moving very backwards.
That organization don't seem to they don't got a grasp on things, bro. To
They
be
didn't even
honest,
try to get Justin Fields. Justin Fields is a backup as of right now.
still, yeah.
Like, bro, Atlanta's a very unserious franchise.
Yeah, let's go sign Kirk Cousins. Nah, listen, man, I don't know.
Oh my, I
Like
totally
Kirk Cousins,
forgot they signed Kirk Cousins. They were like,
yeah.
yeah, another old quarterback off Achilles injury. How about we offer him the bag, actually?
Kirk Cousins is the most like that's another thing. When I say racism, another person a product of racism, because that's what they want quarterbacks to look like. That's how they want
Talk like
quarterbacks to play. And like, bro, his whole like, what has Kirk Cousins ever done?
he said ooh wee after a playoff win.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is very memeable. Like that's all I know him for.
Yeah, he be wearing chains.
Doing
Kirk
this shit.
Kirk Cousins should be a backup quarterback, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that's what backup quarterbacks should be. And I think what the NFL problem is like when your star quarterback gets hurt, you get put in a position when the backup quarterback is not even fucking like he's fucking abysmal, and then the team just gets destroyed. But if you have a situation when like let's say you have Justin Herbert, right? And he goes down. You can get Kirk Cousins in there and then have a competitive team and maybe do something. But do I think Kirk Cousins should be the guy that's going to lead your team to the promised land on the regular? Hell no, because like he doesn't do anything amazing. He's solid, yeah, he's smart, but like he'll throw a fucking pick onto triple coverage. He's bad on primetime games. Like he hasn't done anything to make you say, like, all right, this is the motherfucker that's gonna get us to the Super Bowl. Is it possible? Yeah. Is he gonna do it? No.
I think his best thing he does is make other people look good. He'll make a bunch of receivers look way better than what they are. Like I feel like if Stephon Diggs had another quarterback doing that in his rookie years, in his early years in the NFL, Stephon Diggs isn't who he is now. And he was perfect for Justin Jefferson because, bro, once he likes a receiver, he's feeding you the entire game. And especially with somebody as talented as Justin Jefferson, he's gonna make all those catches and shit like that and make something happen.
I
But
can
wait,
see what's the other receiver's name? The young dude. I think he's a rookie.
Oh, Addison.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Addison. He was a stud this year.
So I want. Do the Vikings even have a quarterback right now? Did they sign anybody?
What's my son? He played for the Jets. Fucking
If he played for the Jets, no, they don't have a quarterback.
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's their quarterback right now.
All right, so they don't have a quarterback
is
right
it?
now. They have a backup quarterback as of right now. This is going to be a very interesting NFL year, bro. So many
Yo,
teams got so many fucking players.
people are still trying to cape for Sam Darnold. Like I was listening to Pat McAfee when they got him. And they was like, all right, Sam Darnold, he's got an arm, he can make something happen. And I was like, yo, what world are we living in? You know
It's
what I'm saying?
because Sam Darnold, he trains with what's his name from the he trains with Josh Allen. So they think because Sam Darnold was nice coming out of college that 1 year it's all gonna click because he has all this experience. Like what he went with the Jets, the Panthers, the 49ers. He was there last year with the 49ers.
Well, the weird thing about Sam Darnold is he actually did improve when he went to Carolina. The first year he had the first 3 games and then it went to shit. But then like towards the back end of that, he got better. And everybody was just like, whoa, he got better, but why the fuck did it take him this long to get better? And like I think the NFL is bad at developing quarterbacks, and sometimes it takes you a while to figure it out. But the fact that he got better and then he went to San Fran, where you're with like Shanahan, a quarterback guru, and you're in a system like that, and he did look good there. I think like even the game where like Purdy got benched and then Darnold came in, he looked good. And obviously that's one game, that's not a lot of tape. But I understand why you would think that maybe there's something there. Now, is he really the solution? Probably not. But I understand why they see something because the way like he's not Zach Wilson. You know what I mean? He's not that. Like he really had potential, but he just couldn't fucking figure it out.
And you gotta credit a lot of these to like a terrible line. Like, bro, every Giants and Jets quarterback has not seen in since Eli has not seen a good offensive line at all. Like for teams. So it's like how can you develop when you only have 2 seconds to get the ball out? You have less time than any other quarterback in the entire league.
Facts.
Between that and the turf, nigga, like I don't know what we about to do, bro.
Oh my god! But they said that they're switching to grass after next year because they have to for FIFA.
Bro. But that's the thing too. But like we got Mike Williams. Yeah, I don't know if Mike Williams and Aaron Rodgers stay healthy a whole year on that turf. Like literally, like obviously, Aaron Rodgers' injury was more so like aggressive one, and it wasn't really the turf's fault.
Yeah,
but like still, like I don't know. Like I hate that turf. That turf is shitty, bro.
Yeah, I think they have the most injuries, like most non-contact injuries or something like that in MetLife. So maybe FIFA is doing a favor to the NFL by mandating that all stadiums have grass fields wherever they play the World Cup. And I'm pretty sure we introduced this segment as the WNBA and went into.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I like how we started with let's talk about the the WNBA, and we went right to football.
Right, so WrestleMania. Nah, I don't know. To be honest, with the WNBA, I don't really have an allegiance. I think I might have to be like a default Liberty fan. I was about to say I don't know anybody on the team besides Sabrina and what's her name that went to UConn.
Brianna Stewart.
Yeah,
Stewart.
there we go. 4-time champ, and I didn't know her name. I feel so bad.
No, they got a really good squad, but like my thing is here's the thing about the WNBA. Caitlin Clark, for the most part, is going to be good, right? Because she can shoot threes, but not only can she shoot threes, she can shoot it at a distance. And I think that, you had fucking Diane Taurasi said like, yo, she's going to come to the NBA and she's going to hit reality. But what people don't realize is that Iowa team was fucking ass. Like that wasn't a good team.
Yeah.
And like, even like her vision, her passing was actually super elite, but like they would literally smoke layups because they're so ass. So I don't think anybody in the WNBA, for the most part, they haven't seen somebody with that type of range do that. So now you have her and Aaliyah Boston on the same fucking team, which is going to make Aaliyah Boston better and free her up. They're going to have troubles defending that. Now, we really got to see it to see what the fuck it looks like. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's kind of like what she's going to do for the WNBA alone or the national televised games. It's going to take them to new heights because not only that, you have, what's shorty name? Angel Reese, where whether she's good or not, she's big of a personality. So when she comes to your city, you're like, oh, they're playing a Liberty. Angel Reese is in town with Cardozo. Oh, I kind of want to fuck with that. I want to see that. I want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be some type of energy there. So I feel like the WNBA is in the right fucking direction, and I feel like motherfuckers like the old bitches. Sorry, excuse my language. They're gonna be hating on her. You know what I mean? But like if she comes in and she actually like cooks up, it's gonna change the league forever. Like it's a fact.
Yeah, that's the only thing that can. I feel like her coming in and being embraced was very cool to see too. Like Indiana, her teammates had her jersey ready and everything like that when they did like the watch party in Indiana. And I'm like, bro, think about like in the NBA, how many like top like a Magic Johnson or LeBron. But when all these players were coming into the league and going to the teams, like bro, their teammates were talking shit because they were like, oh, these people don't know nothing. They coming into the league, they think they're a prodigy, but it's gonna humble them. And now look at them. So watching her be embraced by her teammates early, I do like to see that. So we'll see. Hopefully, she is the greatest, player of all time and can change the league forever, but only time will tell.
I don't. Go ahead, my fault.
Oh no, I was gonna say I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think Caitlin Clark is about to kick down the door for these WNBA for the newcomers and the ones that's already in there, because I feel like she's about to not only expose them to more bread and shit, but the Indiana Fever have 36 nationally televised games this year
out of 38.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, like she's bringing eyes. She's a draw. You know what I'm saying? In wrestling terms, she's a draw. She sells out. She moves units. They already said pre-orders done sold out of her jersey in all sizes in like 2 hours or something like that, or 20 minutes, whatever it was. It's all gone, bro, in less than 24 hours. So how can you know what I'm saying? Like the WNBA right now is in a period. I feel like it's kind of on some like I don't know, like it's on like the cusp of something big. You know what I'm saying? Like for mad long, people been shitting on the W. They haven't been paying attention to it. Now we got women's collegiate basketball that's on the uptick. The last time we spoke, we talked about it, how it was popping and everything. And honestly, this year it was more popping than this year and last year. Honestly, it was more popping than the men's ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make this clear. I support the WNBA now, but before there was nothing to watch. And don't get me wrong, they had good hoopers, technical hoopers, but like that don't sell tickets.
Fundamentals do not move tickets. Yeah,
that don't move anybody. Like the casual fans, you have to understand. A lot of people that like basketball, they're casual fans. Like a lot of people, like think about it, they won't watch the regular season, but they'll watch the playoffs because they know who's there, right? They know LeBron's there and shit like that. It has to be the same way for the WNBA. Like nobody wants to watch Brittany Griner hoop. It's not entertaining to watch hoop. She's just tall and she can barely dunk. Like that shit don't move me. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, you have ghosts like Maya Moore and like Sue Bird and all that shit. But like, I'm gonna be honest with you, what Caitlin Clark can do from three and her vision, and then when you have next year with Paige Beckers coming in, and then not only do you have Paige Beckers, you have in 3 years you have Juju Watkins coming. She's gonna be like the Caitlin Clark for Black people, like G shit, and then Malaysia for Wally. When I tell you she's going to transcend the league, yo, bro, I genuinely think that woman could be the Magic Johnson of women basketball, bro.
I'm hearing a lot about her. She's on South Carolina.
Yes, nigga.
Yeah.
South Carolina is so good, they didn't need her to play. So Don can do all that, like, oh, sit on the bench, you're a freshman shit. When they were losing that game to Iowa, Don was like, yeah, it's enough of this bullshit. Get in the game, bro. And if they didn't have her, they would have lost that fucking game. Bro,
Yeah.
when I tell you, bro, she looks, and I'm not saying this in a fucked up way, a rude way. She looks like a nigga. Like her mannerisms and how she stands, like somebody was like, yo, she's the female job, and I'm not saying female in a bad way, but I'm like, she's the woman job Morant.
Yeah.
Like, bro, her mannerism, how she looks, how she moves, she putting the shit behind her back, she's shooting threes, she's looking like, bro, I'm telling you, and her size, bro, and how she gets to the rack, like they can't stop me, bro. I'm telling you, and matter of fact, let's watch her next year, bro. That is must-see TV, bro. So if her and Juju ever play against each other in the tournament, nigga, that will break the fucking world. I promise you.
Out of all of this, though, I feel bad for Sabrina. I don't know how to pronounce her last name from the Liberty.
I
feel like, yeah, bro, she was like, I feel like she was what Caitlin Clark is now, but just smaller. Like, bro, they gave her own sneaker. It's a fire sneaker, by the way. Probably my favorite player sneaker that Nike has out right now. But, you know, she got all this hype, all this promotion and everything coming into the league, and then it just kind of fizzled out because they lost in the WNBA finals and everything like that. And then now we see Caitlin Clark, and we're like, oh my God. I'm like, damn, Sabrina was kind of like what Caitlin Clark was packaged as and just went away.
Bro, if they have a Caitlin Clark versus Steph Curry in the 3-point contest next year, then that's gonna be nasty. I ain't gonna
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I thought Sabrina was her.
But I'm saying it's good because, like, let's say if Caitlin is good and then she plays Sabrina, then they can like have that game where they're just having the 3-point, like a Steph Curry, James Harden type shit. You know what I mean?
First game of the year, I think. By the way, Liberty versus Fever. I think that's the first game in the. That's the first game in Brooklyn for sure. I don't know if it's the first game of the year overall, but
that's the one on the 18th.
I think so. Let me look.
Yeah, we might have to go to that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Take a group trip.
Yeah, boys trip to the WNBA game. But nah,
we're the baddies in the stands for the WNBA.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. And bro, to be honest, bro, this new generation of women's hoopers, bro, I don't know, they're just more entertaining. No offense, but they're prettier. You know what I'm saying? And when you have, honestly, bro, when you have pretty women that can hoop at an elite level, that is a combination for superstardom and success. And that, honestly, that's marketable. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it easy to market the game. They're gonna be placing all types of ads and commercials and all this type of stuff. It's gonna drive revenue. It's going to drive sales. It's going to drive everything. So, like I said, the WNBA is we're going to see a boom. I believe that the bread is about to go crazy because I saw Shorty's about to she's making like 70 bands a year, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You could do that if you want to. You could do that sheetrocking. You know what I'm saying? And doing masonry and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? In the next few years, we're going to see a boom in the money, the revenue, the everything, bro. I'm telling you.
Hold on. I think I might need Caitlin Clark to be fucking garbage for a little bit because I'm looking at the tickets right now for section 126 standard. This isn't resale. $308 a ticket for the 100s. To sit in the 200s, this is also standard, not resale. $150.
I mean, I'm not
retail. I am. I'm not trying to pay this. I'm trying to pay $25.
I know, but it's gonna be for the experience, like, because the amount of that shit gonna be rocking, like, you know what I mean. So
yeah,
I think that like if people won't act like that shit's like the NBA finals in a sense, like, right? Because people want to come out. You're probably gonna have mad stars there to come watch her hoop and shit like that. So like, it's gonna be a moment for the city. Like they're gonna make that shit a moment, and it's gonna like. I ain't gonna front, bro. And I want to say this to make it clear. Like when everybody's talking about the pay and how much she's making and all this other shit compared to the NBA, obviously that is insane. But you have to think about it. The Liberty used to play in like a small ass gym in Westchester. You know what I'm saying?
Down the block from my crib.
Dead ass. So like it's growing, it's getting big, but like even there, like I don't even think they could pack out that shit. You know what I
Not at
mean?
all.
So like that last year, the playoffs, they had a good turnout and shit like that, and it's getting bigger. But like you gotta understand the WNBA, like the NBA makes money alone off the TV contract, right? Because it's a global game. And it's not only a global game, like people want to see the stars. Now the WNBA is getting stars. People are gonna go to the game. People know who these people are. They were able to market themselves before they even got into the WNBA. So it's the WNBA that have to try to market them. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this shit is this they're in the right trajectory, but don't make it seem like, oh, they're getting paid unfair.
Yeah.
And like maybe they could get paid a little bit better, understandable, but come on, bro. Let's be fucking real here.
Yeah, because I know that their money comes from revenue splits, and the WNBA has the best revenue split out of any sport. So the only reason why they're not making more is because the league in itself doesn't make that much money.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm about to say something problematic.
Uh,
Women are good at finessing, so so that's why they got that split.
they do, bro. I'm telling you, bro. The UFC fighters, they get paid more, and their splits are only like and on the regular UFC fighters don't get paid more, but I think the UFC fighters get like an 18% revenue split. So 18 their way, and whatever the fuck, everything else going to the UFC. I think the WNBA is like 50-50 almost.
Damn.
Yeah, or 51.
The W, like I said, bro, they're gonna be seeing a lot more bread very soon, man. The marketability, everything is gonna be driven just because of Caitlin Clark, honestly, because she's such a draw. Her and Angel Reese, like I said before, I said this is the WNBA version of Magic and Larry.
Yeah.
This is the WNBA version of Rock and Austin, Steve Austin. So we're in for a treat. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly can't wait to see it. Also, New York Liberty, we drafted second round. We got a steal. Shout out to Esmeri Martinez. I will be in attendance for every single home game. You feel me? Waving the giant Dominican flag because
Where's she? My fault. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead.
Where's
you
she
say?
from originally? Like in the States, or she's from DR?
I
Let's
think she's
find
from DR.
Word.
Is
I
her
think
name
she's
spelled with an S first or is it ES?
Yeah.
yeah. It's on Instagram. It's spelled with an S first. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Oh, I found it.
Talent.
She is from DR.
Holy shit.
Listen, I'm a fan.
Bro, you know what needs to happen? She needs to be good so she can bring out the Dominican women. You know what I'm saying? They get behind her because, you know, the Dominican women are very supportive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I don't think a Dominican woman's gonna go out and watch WNBA. They're not that supportive. I think all Dominican women know is Jason Tatum. That's it.
It's so weird because they're all Boston fans. It's fucking weird as
Word.
shit ever. But
Every time, yo, I don't know a Dominican woman that's not a Boston fan.
it's most bizarre shit ever. Like I hate that shit. But like why are you a Boston fan? Like what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
I get it. But
now that you bring that up, I was like,
You went
Now
through the
that you-
Rolodex in your head.
hey, bro, I just did the mad like the crazy science in my head. I'm like, yo, I did the Doctor Strange shit. Like, yo, every Dominican bitch I know is a Boston Red Sox fan. This shit is
It's all
crazy.
rooted back to David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez.
Damn.
which is it's crazy because how the fuck did that transfer to the Celtics? That's what I'm trying.
Jason Tatum being light skinned. That's about it.
Like my homegirl, like she's mad cool. She's from New York. She's from Harlem, the Bronx. That's all she talks about and all this other shit. And she's legit a Boston Celtics fan. Now, mind you, she's half Dominican and Puerto Rican. But I'm just like, yo, how the fuck did you even like? But you know, that's the different conversation for a different day.
Yeah. How are you a Boston Red Sox fan and you grew up on 161 in the concourse? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
If they're Dominican, it's always a Dominican thing because the Red Sox had the best Dominican players all on one team. So that's how it works. That's how it goes. If you're not a Yankee fan, that's why.
Yeah.
But
Last thing. Listen, I want to fuck with y'all some wrestling shit. I want to go to one of those events because I went to SmackDown and I did a video on it for work and I shitted on SmackDown. Let me tell you why. The only reason Roman Reigns when he came out, that shit was fire. But I feel like everybody else on the card was whack. Like Edge came out and he wrestled some podcast nigga, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like I don't want to see that shit. But like a popping like a first of all, I want to who I want to see. I want to see the women. That's the fuck I want to see.
Yeah. So since you've been there, just know like it's changed. Triple H is fully in charge. You're gonna see some fire shit, but I feel like we should all go to the AEW event in Long Island in whenever the fuck that is. I feel like that is gonna be the best experience for us to go to.
I only know Monet. That's all I know.
Listen, if you told me to name you 7 people in AEW,
I can't do it, and I'm a wrestling podcaster. That's what my
exactly. So I think we should all go just blindly and just see. And it's a pay-per-view too, so they're gonna try their best and just see what happens.
Bro, it's the new WCW, right?
Yeah, low key. But this is what we do. So we should take you to the one AEW show, have you experience that, and we're gonna take you to the WWE show. The AEW show is at UBS.
Okay,
that's a beautiful venue, by the way. I went there for the Drake show. That shit is fire.
I was there Sunday. You feel me? The drinks was expensive.
Okay.
Yo, drinks was. I asked the dude. I was like, yo, let me get 4 shots and 2 Heinekens, the tall boys. Bro rings me up. He was like, all right, $161. I looked to Shorty behind me. I was like, are you talking? You talking to me? Niggas like, yeah, you got American Express. I guess you get a discount if you have like an Amex.
Yeah,
like yo, 10%. Hell yeah! I was about to I hit my phone, so I just went to tap it, and I was like, yo, low key, I was in the back of my mind, I was like, yo, I really don't want this shit to come out of my account, but it hit the ding, it hit that shit, and I was like, yo, this money's on my account. That shit said declined. I was like, thank God. Yo, I pulled out my credit card. I was like, yo, I'm gonna put it on the T. I got the bread. You feel me? I paid the day before. I was like, yo, I'm good. I just don't want to do this. God was like, yo, I got you. Declined. I was like, whoo. Credit card out. Boom. Put that on the business card. So we straight. I'm gonna write that off as a business expense.
Well, you just talked about it here, so it technically is a business expense.
Yo, see, you look how that works. You know what I'm saying?
Look at us. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing for AEW. I don't remember when it is. J Bobby will definitely let you know. Because I definitely want it to be a group event where we just go there and then we just figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, we vlog it.
Yeah,
I believe it's June 30th. I gotta double check, but both of them is in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? I think SmackDown is gonna be at MSG.
Mm-hmm.
So both of them, it's gonna be dope. Dope shows.
Yeah, we'll
we definitely got to take it to the AEW joint and the WWE joint, and then we're gonna come back here and have you rate which one was better.
Say less.
Less. Before we get out of here, my boy Blake Griffin is retiring. He announced today he's retiring from the NBA. If Blake Griffin was in the WNBA, boy, let me tell you,
movie.
That's what WNBA needed. But yeah, my son Blake retiring, man, it's crazy because I watched his entire career from college to literally the end of his. Well, I keep saying WNBA. What the fuck is wrong with me? His NBA career.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That was a joke.
Blake, this guy said it.
That was a joke. But he made a Casey Anthony joke. He'll be all right.
His career ain't been the same since.
Low key.
His career hasn't been the same since Doc Rivers sent him to Detroit.
Bro, that's what I was thinking about today. I was like, yo, bro, when they send him there to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, he was good on Detroit. Mm-hmm. And so he just wasted years being there in fucking Gilligan's Island. And it was like you forgot like about the motherfucker. But it's like he probably would have had a few more years if he was on a good team. Like, you know what I mean? And like I just really think about that. Like, that was so fucked up. Like, to send him
and even when he was there, he was talking about how much he hated it. And you would think like Detroit would have done the right thing and been like, you know what, we got a good year or two out of you, you know, we'll send you to a competitor, get a couple draft picks. No, they just waited for him to. They squeezed all of the everything they could from him,
All the life
and then
out of my
and then they released him, and then he went to what was it, the Nets after that?
Yeah, he went to Brooklyn. My boy was a sack of bones in Brooklyn,
Yeah,
man.
trying to
Bro,
shoot threes. I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this?
That's not
bro,
the version I know.
you sent him to a bad franchise in the city with no hoes? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not
Like,
Blake. That's not the Blake I know.
yeah, he needs to be around like Sun and like biracial women. That's the type of shit he like to get on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like,
You
I
don't know
just,
what to do with some Cartier glasses.
yeah, that's not his vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, too much melanin in Detroit for him.
Yeah, too much, man. Too much Sada Baby and fucking Babyface Ray for him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He got confused once he saw Lil Yachty there. He was like,
what the fuck is going on?
Niggas pouring lean on the sidelines.
"Oh my
Yo,
god."
but I just wanted to shout out my dog Blake, man, because Blake is one of my favorite players ever. Like I said, I watched him in Oklahoma, watched him get drafted, watched him fucking win the dunk contest, turn the Clippers organization around, make it watchable. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's also it hurts because it's like, damn, I'm getting old too. You know what
Now
I'm
you
saying?
are. It
Because I
shows.
just remembered, bro. Like I remember watching Blake in college. I remember watching John Wall in college. Now John Wall's not in the league, and I'm like, damn. With the time, just like 3 years ago, him and Bradley Beal was playing together, and it's actually 8 years ago. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What's going on?
I
So
don't know
yeah,
if Blake Griffin's an actual Hall of Famer when it's all said and done, but he is a Hooper Hall of Famer. That Lob City run, that whole team is in the Hooper Hall of Fame, right next
I'll
to
see.
OJ Mayo, right there, right in the hall.
Bro, if you were a household name at some point, you're gonna get into the NBA Hall of Fame. It's not like the NFL, like you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
that's
Like
true.
you're just gonna get in. Like
Because it's
you
just
might.
basketball in general. It's not even professional. It's whatever you did in college plus
Mhm.
and I think he's a gold medalist, Olympic gold medalist, I believe.
I got his stat. Let's see. So his
Accolades.
career stats: 6-time NBA All Star, 3-time All NBA Second Team, 2-time All NBA Third Team, NBA Rookie of the Year, NBA All Rookie First Team, Slam Dunk, College Player of the Year, Consensus First Team All American, NCAA Rebounding Leader in '09, Big 12 Player of the Year. His number was honored by the Sooners, Third Team Parade All American in '07, and McDonald's All American in '07.
He's a fringe Hall of Famer. Like I'd put him in the Hall if it was me.
I would too.
Yeah, 6-time All Star. Like he's in there. Like that's not even a fucking
Yeah.
question. I mean, the only thing he doesn't have any first teams. That's like the thing. But at the same time, like if Doc Rivers doesn't ruin that team and lose to the fucking Rockets, I think we have a different conversation. But
Yeah, man. Blake, you did well, pal. You feel me? Salute to you, brother.
shout out to Kia, man.
Facts. My boy with the face for 10 years.
Lifetime deal. Nobody was pushing Serenos like him.
Facts. My boy driving around in a Sportage right now.
You know who else did a good job? We did.
Us.
Yeah, we did it. We did a great job. I mean, who had the range like us? We could turn a WNBA topic into a. Does
NFL
Justin
top?
Fields have enough to lead a team?
Yo,
The
Real hoop,
range.
man.
Yeah.
this was a great episode, man. Shouts to my dog J Bobby. I appreciate you coming through, man. Again,
You
chopping
ready,
it
on
up.
bro?
on a whim too. It was like, yo, what are you doing tomorrow?
Listen, man, I'm a plus minus nigga's worst nightmare, man. So, I fuck with what y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like y'all understand it, y'all get it. You know what I mean? So I feel like y'all doing your thing in the wrestling shit. So I feel like y'all gonna take off with that regardless. Like I feel like obviously I don't know, like I don't know wrestling too much, but I see there's like a black unit of like wrestling creators, and I feel like wrestling is like taking off again. So I feel like y'all in the right thing where y'all gonna hit y'all stride and then y'all gonna be going.
Yeah. And then you got you with the sports. I mean, listen, whenever I don't know what's really going on or I need to learn something, I go right to your TikTok get all the knowledge. It's you and one of my old coworkers. Damn, I forgot his name. But y'all between y'all two, I get all my sports knowledge from there.
Yo, bro, come J Bobby X13 TikTok. Come on, peep the science. You know what I'm saying? And it's not X's and O's. You know what I'm saying? It's the dirty work. It's the behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I gotcha. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you want to know what Pat Beverly's work is looking like and what she does for a living, come fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know what the Twitter streets is saying about Caitlin Clark and her attractiveness, come fuck with me too. You know what I'm saying? We got opinions of all. It's a fun. I call it fun journalism for sports. You know what I'm saying? But I also do the hip hop shit too. The hip hop shit is more serious. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like my second passion. But I do everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard you took Rick Ross's side and all of this rap beef going on right now.
Absolutely not. No, drop and give me 50, fuck nigga.
Oh man.
Yo, before we get out of here, bro, you got what else do you have to plug? You said your TikTok, but let them know everything so they can find you.
Yeah, Justin Bobby X13 on all platforms. I just got my Twitter back. I'm pushing. Yeah, I'm back. Got the real account back.
I think you just lost it the last time you were on here. I'm glad you got it back.
I'm back full effect. Shout out Eli. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold the good brother down for too long. Yeah, YouTube, same, Justin Bobby X13. Also make content for Whistle. So if you want my hot takes and some real sports content, real opinion, you go to Whistle too. Shout out Whistle for supporting a young black brother. But
yeah.
And also I do reactions, all that great shit. But that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Besides Justin Bobby, the coworker I did have is his TikTok is Keith Capalot. I don't know. Once y'all see his videos, you'll be like, "Oh, that's the guy." But he's it's between you and him. All my sports knowledge comes from there, and just me making shit up and hoping that I'm right. So, if y'all wondered how I craft my takes,
it's just mainly going like this. This just sound good.
Yo, if y'all give me 2 drinks and 15 minutes, I can convince y'all that OJ Mayo's the greatest shooting guard of all time.
All right. All right.
It's all because I really love 2K14, so it's like that's where my mind is in basketball, really.
He's a Hooper Hall of Fame.
Oh, easy. First ballot.
If you know, you know. You feel me? But that just reminded me of the time when it was like a 4th of July party. Me and the homies was out, we was drinking, and just a regular talk about ball turned into a debate on if Kyle, like we was like, yo, we was naming mad point guards better than Kyle Lowry, because this was around the time the Toronto Raptors had won. We was like, man, name 20 point guards better than Kyle Lowry. And niggas was really sitting around a round table like it was the UN, like Russ, Kyrie, James Harden. He was really going at it, man.
So I'm gonna write this down for the next episode when we all pull up together, whenever that may be. Hoopers Hall of Fame special edition, where we just talk real hoopers. Jamal Crawford, OJ Mayo, Monte Ellis, Rudy Gay, Zach Randolph. The nitty gritty ball. Joe Johnson with the
Amari Stoudemire
with the glasses.
Come on, man.
Oh man, that's gonna be a fun episode right there.
Man, that's real music right there. But yo, J Bobby, I appreciate you, dog. This is Worst Take episode 11. This is the first one that we dropping on YouTube. So appreciate y'all for tapping in. Until next time, man. We out.
That J Bobby held all his takes and that would get him canceled.